Hey guys, what's up? Spenny here. So I haven't posted the video in the last couple of weeks. I've been getting emails from a few of you guys. Thanks for checking in. I just needed a break from YouTube. I didn't take a day off in 4 months between posting videos and working my regular job where I work 12 hours a day. So yeah, very burnt out, but I'm feeling better now and getting back into the grind on YouTube. Anyways, in today's video, I think is a really good opportunity for you guys to make some good money. This is a short-term opportunity and a long-term opportunity. And the company I'm talking about is Subversive Capital SPAC. So they're closing their acquisition today, actually, and they're gonna become the parent company, and they're gonna trade under a new ticker symbol coming up. But the reason why this is such a great short-term opportunity is because a director just recently said the stock is going to jump 50%. And the day he said it's going to jump 50% is actually today, the day I'm filming, and it's Friday. The stock has risen 20% over the last couple of days, so he's almost right. But there's a chance Monday, Tuesday, next week, this stock could rise substantially based on his ideology on why the stock should rise. I'm actually going to play that clip for you guys in today's video. I watched their full live conference, breaking down the company in the recent quarter and everything. In that conference, he talks about why he thinks Subversive Capital is undervalued and will get re-rated with a 50% bump to its share price. So that's where the short-term opportunity is, but really this is a long-term play for me. I have no plans to sell this stock. I've been looking for a stock to hold for the long term. I think this is gonna be a massive booming industry. And it's hard to find that company that you think is going to be crazy successful and have massive capital gains. In my opinion, this one is probably the best opportunity, especially looking at its valuation. So if this stock rises 50, 100, 200%, I'm not selling it. I'm holding it for 10 to 30 years. That's my play with this one. But anyways, guys, let's get straight into this video. But make sure you check out that previous video I've done on Subversive Capital. I've done a couple of videos on this company and have done a full analysis overview of them. If you haven't seen them, I really urge you to watch those videos before watching this one. But anyways, so what's happening with this company right now? They were a SPAC and now they're finally done with the SPAC process and they're merging. So on January 19th, so just in a couple days here, their ticker symbol is going to change to GRAM-F. So just be prepared. If you are an investor, you're gonna see that change automatically. If you're not yet invested, when you're searching for this company, their new ticker symbol should be GRAM-F. I'm assuming it's gonna appear right away, but sometimes there can be a couple day delay in this process. So yeah, get ready for that, but really this is great. There was no problems with the merger or anything. Subversive Capital is now the parent company. So first thing, and really the main theme of this video I want to get into, is this guy right here, Michael Arbach. I cannot pronounce that last name probably. He's a director on this company, and in the live conference, he talks about what he sees happening in the short term with this stock. So we're going to listen to him talk and see what he has to say.
Michael, one of the first questions that came through here from Rick was, why is the share price still so low despite what appears to be a rocket ship and what appears to be an incredible volume trading that's taking place on the platform? You think you can address that one for the audience?
Yeah, sure. So, what we're seeing now is a technical issue with a SPAC. Because we haven't closed yet and there's still uncertainty, we also have a number of SPAC investors. It's a very, very large SPAC, $575 million. And so your traditional SPAC investor is trading out of the stock. And so they're trading out of the stock just over the trust amount. And as we cycle more volume, eventually there'll be no sellers and the stock will pop. We'll see a significant re-rating in the stock at closing next Friday. We've cycled through almost $370 million of our float, and people that are buying our stock are holders. Nobody's buying and selling our stock to make pennies. And so there will be a significant re-rating. We'll know when the redemption period is over on Tuesday how much cash is on the balance sheet. It'll be well in excess of $300 million. We're coming into the market at a 60+% discount. This stock will be 15 by the end of next week.
Okay, guys. So it's not every day you hear a director on a company say their stock is in jump 50% based on a re-rating going from a SPAC to a stock. That's some high expectations to live up to. We've seen a 20% gain though, so keep in mind, but there's a lot of tailwinds in recent news where all green stocks are rising. So that 20% gain is mainly because of that. I'm really curious to see if this director is right in what he's saying. I wouldn't base my investment fully on what he says, but keep it in mind, he could be right. And in my previous videos on this company, it looks like Subversive Capital, or the parent company now, is undervalued and needs re-rated. So I actually agree with what he's saying. I just wouldn't say that it's gonna jump 50% because it needs re-rated. Could happen, but you never know. This is the stock market. Next week could be a very bad week in the stock market. You never really know. But if we look at the recent trading in the stock, we were at around $10.49, and then in 2 days it jumped about 20% to $12.67. So yeah, for us holding the stock, that's a nice appreciation. Really nothing compared to some of the SPACs recently though. Crazy gains, the recent EV SPACs and the recent Chamath Palihapitiya SPAC that went public too. Those ones are double, tripling in just a few days. So I think this has a long room to run, needless to say. And another great thing about this company that I've talked about in previous videos is its growth that it's expecting. So something to keep in mind with the number here, where we had about 185 million total top line revenue in the year 2020. And then in 2021, we're expecting 334, and then the next year is 593 million. This is organic growth. So this is just natural growth of the company. This isn't including M&A. So this isn't including mergers and acquisitions. If you throw that into this as well, I think this number is going to be drastically higher. And so I think people are going to be very surprised at the growth of this company. And I have high expectations on the stock price in this company as well. I can see them having some troubling few quarters here. This was managing costs and trying to get that synergy between Left Coast and Khalifa. I think those companies need to learn to mesh together and work together. I don't know how long that's going to take. Hopefully not long at all. Once they really get that down though, we're going to see explosive growth, and the industry just has massive tailwinds behind it. So I'm really not too worried about this company being successful. It's going to be hard for them to mess up this opportunity. And another thing to look at is what the immediate environment is. So with CV going full blown right now, lots of lockdowns in Canada right now. I don't know what it's like too much in the States, but I'm sure there is some restrictions down there as well for you guys. But the nice thing about this industry is that it's always in high demand. It's like alcohol. People are always gonna purchase alcohol, and for some reason the governments don't like to shut down your liquor stores. It's the same thing with these green shops. There's always high demand. People are constantly buying it, and they're not getting shut down, at least in Canada they're not. So their sales are relatively unaffected. Of course, their supply, shipment, and manufacturing, that can get affected with restrictions and people catching the virus. But if we actually look here at the bottom paragraph, so it says, despite the economic disruption caused by CV-19 pandemic, BDS Analytics estimates the global legal cannabis sales will reach 19.7 billion in 2020, an increase of 38% of 2019 sales, and only 1% lower than originally projected for the year. This is a testament to the resiliency of the green industry despite several economic and public health crises. So this is another thing that's great to invest into a recession. You don't really need to worry about their sales being hit too hard. Another thing to keep in mind, it's relatively low risk, and at the valuation where they're at right now, it's especially low risk. Make sure you check out those previous videos though. I'm not going to get into that in this video. And I do want to cover this slide as well. So Monogram is their main brand. So JayZ is a part of this company, and JayZ is pushing this high luxury brand called Monogram. He controls Rock Nation, has many artists helping to push this. And if you look at the recent trends, there's been a massive uptick in the trends people searching this. However, keep in mind, this is statistically probably extremely inaccurate. This has only been recently announced in the last couple months. And plus, this company's just got a lot of publicity recently. and we don't have a lot of data to go off of. So I'm gonna be watching this over the next year, 3 years, 5 years as I'm invested in this company and see how that's going. Anyways, guys, this is something just to keep in mind and to look at once in a while, see what's going on with it. But we don't have enough data to really say this is bullish or bearish or whatever. Anyways, something just to keep in mind. And I should actually also mention in this live conference, JayZ did talk, and he talked a little bit about the company for a couple minutes. I didn't bother playing that clip for you guys. There really wasn't much value a part of it. But if you do want to hear him talk about the company, you can listen to their live conference, and he is involved in that as well. It's something interesting. It's interesting to see JayZ a part of a company like this, but just not much value out of it. Anyways, guys, though, this is the video I have for you today. I think there's a really good short-term opportunity here, but more importantly is the long-term potential in this space. There's massive compounded annual growth rate in this space. This company is consolidating that California market. They're going to be expanding into New York next, very likely. That's what they've been talking about. That's another massive market there. And they have total national expansion plans as well. So if you're looking for that long-term company in this space, really suggest looking at this company. I think it's going to be definitely one of the top performers out there. Anyways, guys, I hope you appreciate this video. Make sure to drop it a big thumbs up and feel free to subscribe to this channel if you want to see more content like this. Thanks for watching until then. I'll see you in the next one.